Well, there it is. Gonna hand lock versus Omnotron defense system and see how we get on. So the deck is on the right hand side in case you're curious about this. I've done a few triggers basically because it's PvE and it's versus a bot that I might be able to get away with a few other things that you probably typically can't get away with as a player, such as like Baron Rivendare. If I manage to get Fugan and Stalag to stack as well, and then Kel Facade on top of that, it would just be like the ultimate combo. It's not realistic, but it's a fun idea and I like putting that in there just in case it does work. Now I could dip into more health here. A Hellfire would deal with this, especially when it can do 5 damage. So we're just gonna, you know, hopefully get ourselves a Molten Giant or even a Mountain Giant, anything big and special, which is what we're after. Hellfire is going to work for me more than it's going to work for him. But we don't want him doing the Sensei. That's the one I don't want him doing. It all depends. The Sensei buffs up Toxitron. Okay, it doesn't. I'm quite lucky here. So Hellfire, I've still got to wait a little bit for it. We're going to take a lot of damage this turn. There's 2 Hellfires to use. I kind of need to get lucky and Sensei doesn't buff up Toxitron. Or this one now. Either way, I'll be able to clear most of these. And then I'm going to have a Molten Giant, although I'm probably going to be dead. So the rush down is very real. But let's have a look and see how we get on. So here comes the Hellfire. Down to 5 health and whacking a Molten Giant down. 2 Molten Giants would have been gorgeous, but we'll settle for 1. And we'll see what he does from here on in. Okay, so all spells cost 3 less. Oh, it's okay, I can survive. Don't worry about me, I've got this. Could technically Shadow Flame here, but I'd rather not. If I think I can get away with surviving, then I probably will try and do that. So I think Antique Healbot and just see if he's got anything under his sleeve where he might be able to rush me down. He needs to still do 3 damage though past this point, otherwise a Shadow Flame will keep me alive. Jiraxis is coming up as well, so I think we'll go for a Shadow Flame. I can technically do a Sea Giant, so I always have a big minion out, and then Shadow Flame this one. Or I could do Twilight Drake, but I think I'll probably end up going for the Sea Giant, I think, in this situation. Clear his board, and hope that he hasn't got another Arcane Golem. What's this one do? Whenever a player plays a card, Magmatron deals 2 damage to them. Ooh. Okay. I might actually want to, again, luckily to get Molten Giant, because if I play Molten Giant, it's going to put me down to 1 health. I'm kind of low health enough as it is, thank you very much. So I'm probably going to Sea Giant this, clear that up, Molten Giant, or Twilight Drake into Molten Giant, because Jiraxis turns up next turn, and if you basically play Jiraxis before Molten Giant, you can't play Molten Giant again until Jiraxis got like 1 health, if not at all, from my recollections. So I can play pretty much anything I like. I guess Twilight Drake, may as well just chuck a whole ton on the board. Assuming that I don't die next turn, I can go into Jiraxis. But this is all dependent. What's he going to put down? Oh, I was worried about Arcane Golem. Huh. Does damage to himself. What do you know? Right then. So this is where Jiraxis basically has to come in now. No doubt about it. I can't even Hellfire and then Jiraxis. Not that I could do that anyway, but I'm that low on health. So Jiraxis, you're gonna face him. Takes me down to 1 health, and then I go back up to 15. So, do we go for the face? We've got 8, 11, 15, 16, 19 damage. That's a lot. I can trade with you, keep you alive, or trade these 2 into that, just to make sure he hasn't got the minions. And I can start spamming out the Infernal. So I'd rather trade, to be honest, rather than just go straight for the face, because there's just too much at risk otherwise. And Jiraxis just gets more and more powerful as we go on. So I think that's how I'm going to play this. Okay. We might get lucky and get Argos Defender. That'd be neat. Hellfire could work here. Anything could work here. I think Implosion... I'd have to get really unlucky. No, even if I got super unlucky with Implosion, it's still going to kill the Magmor, so that's a no-brainer really, that one. Molten Giant's a little expensive, so... yeah, we won't worry about Molten Giant yet, until I can spam out more cards, which I might not even be able to do. There you go. It did do the lowest amount of damage, but that's still enough. Right then. Tempting to connect, eh? So we just gotta hope he can't somehow bring me down. And we'll do some more face damage. And hopefully... I could Shadow Flame my Inferno, and I think I will. I don't like to, but at the same time, I don't know what he's got up his sleeve. He's got 3 cards. He could have anything, and he could wipe me out. So I'm just going to be playing it safe, because there's plenty more Infernals where that comes from. And we're just going to, like I say, play it safe. And we should be able to get through this. Handlock is quite an expensive deck though, but I've said it time and time again, if you can get Handlock, bloody well get it, because it's one of the most fun decks you will ever play. Ever. Big Game Hunter, you don't fit in here. Hellfire does fit in. Should have 5, 7, 10. I've got Fatal then, so Fatal this, methinks. Baron Rivendare kicked proper ass this game. And there is your Omnotron defense system, down for the count in Heroic.